Today, we're digging into something pretty surprising, the history of the High Times Cannabis Cup.
Right. Most people know it as this big celebration, the top event for cannabis fans.
Exactly. But the sources we're looking at today suggest, well, a hidden side. The possibility that the DEA might have been involved, maybe even infiltrated it.
It's a fascinating idea, isn't it? That this symbol of cannabis culture could have been uh, used somehow in the war on drugs. Bit of a cautionary tale, perhaps.
Let's start at the beginning. 1988, High Times editor Stephen Hager gets it going.
And Sam Selesny helps him out, Skunkman Sam, as he was known.
Now, here's the twist. Selesny apparently might have had links to Dutch law enforcement.
Yeah, and the theory floating around is that his plan to, quote, centralize global growers wasn't just about community.
I mean, it could have been a way to gather info, funnel it to the authorities.
Well, that's the unsettling question, yeah. Did bringing all these key people together inadvertently create an intel opportunity right from the start?
Okay, moving on from that initial suspicion, there's a more concrete example in 89.
Ah, the incident with the DEA informant, Anthony Ray Kogo.
Right, and Neville Schoenmaker's seed bank. They shipped something like, what, over 11,000 seed packs?
Yeah, a huge number. And crucially, the sources say the details of the U.S. buyers were logged.
That's serious data collection, tracking potential growers across the states.
Exactly, a direct line to cultivation efforts. Hugely valuable intelligence for law enforcement back then.
And it didn't stop there, apparently. Fast forward to 2011, the Amsterdam Cup.
Sources suggest DEA agents might have gone undercover, posing as regular attendees.
And they were supposedly like recording vendors, even grabbing seed buyer lists.
Specifically mentioning the Pollinator Co. and Mila Jansen, going right after those lists.
Which hits the supply chain at its base, right? The people buying the seeds to grow.
It's a strategy focused on the source, definitely. Cutting it off before it starts.
And there's the magazine itself, High Times. You had the usual stuff, but also these our connoisseur grow tips.
Ah, yes, the grow tips. Some people look back now and wonder.
Wonder if they were totally innocent. The idea is they might have pushed methods that used a lot of power,
Leading to big spikes in electricity bills.
which could flag you to law enforcement. A bit chilling that the magazine itself might have held clues.
It really speaks to the paranoia, or maybe justified suspicion, of that whole era.
And skunk number one, the strain. It won the very first cup.
Linked to Selesny, yeah. And later, it turns up in DEA research trials. University of Mississippi, I think.
So was that just recognizing a popular, potent strain? Or was it something more strategic?
It's a connection that definitely makes you pause. A cup winner ending up in federal research trials.
So, okay, what happened after all this alleged activity? What were the consequences?
Well, the green merchant busts in '89 hit High Times hard financially.
Lost a lot of advertising from grow business, right?
A significant amount, yeah.
Yeah.
And you saw a shift in the magazine's content afterwards. Less focus on growing, more on hemp, psychedelics, general culture.
Sort of backing away from the direct cultivation advice.
Seems like a response to the risk, yeah. A chilling effect on the businesses and the media covering them.
And the seed banks. Huge impact there, too.
Oh, absolutely. Breeders like Neville Schoenmakers reportedly left the U.S. Other vendors faced subpoenas.
And it pushed the market underground.
Especially in Europe, yeah. It really changed how seeds were distributed, how genetics were shared, long-term effects.
Wow. And even much later, like 2014 in Denver, reports of undercover agents still asking questions.
Asking about licenses where people got their stuff. It shows that feeling of being watched kind of lingered, didn't it?
Even as laws were starting to change, that atmosphere of caution stuck around.
Definitely.
So wrapping this up, our look at these sources paints a complicated picture of the early Cannabis Cup. Not just a party, but potentially a place tangled up with surveillance.
It offers a really surprising angle on the war on drugs, seeing how it might have intersected with the culture itself.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you listening. If this iconic event had these kinds of origins or these alleged undercurrents,
what does that say about how power and surveillance can work? Can they seep into spaces you wouldn't expect, even places meant for celebration or community? Is any subculture really off limits? Something to think about.